Can I just say that to find out that Lauren in the Power storyline is still alive is amazing. It really is amazing because Lauren pretty much pulled off, with the help of other people, of course, pulled off a feat that other people have pulled off, from Tommy Egan to just many other characters in the show so far, which is to fake your own demise, fake your own death. And that is amazing because that is the whole surrender, or play like you are surrendering or disappearing. In other words, making it so that the enemy cannot know your whereabouts by by basically vanishing, acting like you're dead, surrendering, but at the same time still fighting. Now, this is a very tricky manipulation tactic, okay? That a lot of uh, Jenny Sullivan is using, okay? And the reason for that is because it's the idea of everybody needs to think that Lauren Baldwin is pretty much dead in order for people to actually buy into that uh, that tactic. And the reason why it is that I'm saying that in the first place, the reason why it is I'm saying that in the first place is because what you have here is a classic case of, she understands that nobody has right now. She doesn't have any kind of evidence on Tariq, Braden, uh, Effie. She probably might. More than likely, she does. And the thing about it is that she wants to essentially nail those two, and she wants to nail anybody who's going to be connected with them and kind of charge them for RICO, and hit them with big numbers, or unfortunately give them the death penalty. So, what better way to do that than convince the whole world that you don't exist anymore, or that you're dead, by faking your own death, or putting you in a position where you get out of death's way right on time. That way, the whole resurrection story, right, or the you know your ability to come back, or when you do come back, it's that much more impactful because nobody saw it coming. No one, if no one knows that you are alive, or if very few people know that you are alive, the more power you have. When people do not know that something is there or something exists, that makes it all the more powerful. So the situation with Lauren is that now that people don't know, a lot of people don't know that she's dead, not even her own parents, right? That makes Lauren very powerful. That makes Jenny Sullivan have a trick up her sleeve. And see, Jenny Sullivan really did the job correctly. You can't have the parents knowing about it, because the parents will mess up. Okay, the parents represents the blind mice, the individuals that make it real, because the fact that they don't know that she's alive, right? Because if the parents knew that Lauren Baldwin was alive, right, that their daughter was alive, then they wouldn't be crying. They wouldn't be doing any of the things that they're doing. They wouldn't be grieving. See, the grieving is what makes it convincing to the rest of the world who do not know. And Jenny Sullivan, right, is very smart. She's very wise. She's very crafty in that sense. And she's actually playing sax. So, um, and I mean, to be honest with you, it's quite easy to tell that she's playing sax, because she basically gave Sax an ultimatum, excuse me, right then and there. She was like, "Look, I'm not in the mood because you're not bringing me anything." So that in on itself was an ultimatum. She's basically letting you know that if you want some intimacy, then you are going to have to essentially give me some information if you want some intimacy. And Sax, like an idiot, he's so caught up in trying to get in between Jenny Sullivan's legs, he doesn't see her as being threatening at all. He doesn't even You know what I mean? He's completely out of the loop. And in essence, he's pretty much a pawn in on the chessboard. He's pretty much on the chopping block, where he's a pawn that doesn't necessarily know how to get to the end of the board to become the position of queen, even though he has great power, because Sachs is right now in a position where Sachs can pretty much play ball for any of the sides that he wants, or he could decide to get out. But the fact that Lauren Baldwin is alive, but not too many people know that. I think that that's that's a plot device, or a very tool that the writers are using, that Tariq is going to use whenever it is that Tariq decides to get out of the game.